Exposed System C is Knauf AMF's most popular ceiling system. For the THERMATEX SF Acoustic variant, sound-absorbing ceiling tiles are laid in a grid system which is only slightly visible from below thanks to a shadow gap. Every ceiling tile can be removed for subsequent installation work. In order to achieve an excellent result, care must be taken to ensure that ceiling components are kept clean and dry during transport and storage. The AMF tiles may only be installed when all plastering and screed work has been completed. After the room has been measured, the ceiling layout or the visual layout of the ceiling must be determined. Starting from the room's axis, the layout is done in module sizes depending on the tile size. Please make sure that no cut tiles are smaller than half a tile width, as they are visually unappealing. In the standard version, the wall connection is made with a perimeter shadow trim, which must be attached to the wall at the desired ceiling height. For professional installation, the perimeter trim should be mitered at the corners. Depending on the ceiling layout, the hangers for the main runners are fixed to the soffit. Different models are available depending on the suspension height. Please also ensure the correct hanger centers. After installation, the desired suspension height is roughly set. The main runners are now cut to size according to the width of the cut tiles. The main runners can then be hung on the installed hangers. When all main runners are installed, the grid must be leveled. The long cross profiles are now installed in rows. Long cross profiles may only be installed between two main runners. The short cross profiles are then installed. Please ensure that all profiles are installed at right angles, that is, the grid is square. This is extremely important for the later installation of the tiles. Now the tiles can be installed. When handling THERMATEX SF Acoustic tiles, it's necessary to wear clean gloves as contact with the visible side of the tile is unavoidable. The long sides of the tiles have a groove or double groove, and the short side has a rebated edge. The edge with the double groove is first inserted onto the grid profile. Ensure that the horizontal leg of the T-profile sits in the groove. The opposite side is then raised level with the grid. It's sufficient to slightly move the tile towards the single grooved edge. At the same time, the double groove slips to the lower level and now sits flush. The rest of the tiles are installed in the same direction. Inevitably, cutting is required at the perimeters. The profiles and tiles must be cut accordingly. The double-grooved tile side should always be discarded. The tiles should be cut with a Stanley knife on a clean underlying surface. Subsequent installation begins with the corner tiles. The perimeter wedge is laid on the lower edge of the perimeter trim. These should always be installed in the middle of the tile. When installed correctly, the perimeter wedge holds the cut tile in place in the grid system. Following this, the other cut tiles can be installed. The final step is to install the last corner tile and then the last cut tile. To remove individual tiles, the installation steps are reversed. Check which side the double groove is located. Here the tile can be slightly raised. The tile is then lightly pushed in the double groove direction. The tile can then be tilted downwards for removal. Special fixtures and fittings, such as lighting, can be easily integrated into the SF system. There is nothing to stand in the way of a perfect result. You can find detailed installation instructions and further information online at www.knaufamf.com.